West Nile TV, lighting up the region.
Good evening, viewers. Today is Saturday, 19th of October. The year is 2024. My name is Oraku Benson Pastore, and you are most welcome for today's edition of Nilecast News at West Nile Television. Before we get into the details of the news, let's first take a look at what is making headlines. In the headlines tonight, resolution of the border conflict is the mandate of the two governments of Uganda and South Sudan. China Communication Construction Company Limited casual workers laid down tools of work in Ajuman. And lastly, Moon University crowned champions of Arua University Games. More on this in Nilecast News. Getting back from the headlines, now straight into the details of the news. The public in Kajokezi County in South Sudan have been told to leave the border demarcation to be handled by the government of South Sudan and Uganda. This urge was made by His Excellency Agostino Zadal Camilo Wane, the governor of Central Electoral State, during his visit to Mia Freedom Square last week. Okumu Dominic reports.
The visit of the governor marked a new era in the administration of Central Equatorial State after the recent reshuffle by the president, which saw His Excellency Agostino Jadala Camilo Wane replace former Governor Adil Anthony in office. His Excellency Agostino Jadala Camilo Wane, the governor of Central Equatorial State, said the border issue between Kajokeji County and the neighboring districts of Uganda still remains unresolved, but states that it's not the mandate of the state or county to resolve the border issue, but it's the mandate of the governments of Uganda and South Sudan to resolve the matter. He, however, directed the Commissioner Kajokeji County to always maintain friendly relations with the two districts of Uganda at all times.
The unresolved border issues between Kajukaji and the two districts of Moyo and Yumbe continue to remain an issue that source the conflict. I would like to state that the resolution of this issue is not the mandate of the state or county authorities. It is the national, it is the mandate of the two governments of the Republic of South Sudan and Republic of Uganda.
Mr. Gore Goffin, the resident district commissioner Moyo, said the government of Uganda is committed to engage and resolve the issues of the border demarcation, saying once the government of South Sudan is ready, the two governments can engage and resolve the border issue, and pledge his support and readiness to work together with the county officials in resolving minor issues along the border as they wait for the governments to resolve the international border issues.
I want to bring to you our commitment on the issue of the border. I know that is a contentious issue that our people are facing. First of all, our government of Uganda is ready to engage and finally support to ensure that we have our border demarcated. So we want to bring you that commitment. We are just waiting for your side of the government. When it is set, our team is ready to work together in unity to have the border demarcated.
Honorable James Janga Duku, the representative National Legislative Assembly, said the boundary is just a traditional mark on the two countries, saying if there are problems in relation to the border issues, the people need to engage in African way so as to resolve the problem amicably.
The international boundary is simply a traditional mark on the skin of these two countries. And therefore, if there are any issues pertaining to the boundary, it should be tackled in the spirit of Pan-Africanism. And people see commitment in the African style of doing things. And indeed, we would like to engage with our neighbors on this context.
Mr. Lisi David Christopher, the Commissioner Kajokeji County, said, for long the county has been working together with the authorities in Uganda in regards to the border issues, and that explains why the resident District Commissioner Moyo is present, which signifies the act of friendship and cooperation among the two governments of Uganda and South Sudan.
And then with the issue of the border, that is why today you can see the representative of the president in Moyo district is here in order to tell you that we are brothers. He will greet you, he will come here. He has not come alone, he has come with a group. So there is no more insecurity, by the way. Not 100%, huh?
The border issue between parts of South Sudan and Uganda, especially in the three West Nile districts of Koboko, Yumbe and Moyo, started way back in 2011 after South Sudan became independent, with several clashes taking place among the locals of the two countries, which in 2017 made the two presidents of the two nations to meet and resolve to conclude the border demarcation by 2027. Dominic Anthony Okumu, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
Still keeping the pace within Greater Madi region, particularly in Ajuman district, workers of China Communication Construction Company Limited laid down their working tools as a result of poor working conditions. This came on 16th of October 2024 after Chinese company pursuing water construction project in Ajumane is claimed to have mishandled their workers through underpayment and also not providing lunch for the workers. Onzima Alan provide details about that story.
Workers of China Communication Construction Company Limited laid down their working tools as a result of poor working conditions. This came on 16th October 2024 after Chinese company pursuing water construction project in Ajumani district is reported to have mishandled their workers through underpayment and also not providing lunch for the workers. According to Iranya Paul, who works at the China Communication Construction Company Limited, they do heavy work which is not valued, and in absence of lunch which drains their effort. They also rebuked the company for underpaying their salaries since the work rate compared to their salary is low.
It actually started some long time ago, something like a month. We started with the transport. People come from Jaipi up to Pakele, they're using their own transport, and at the end you'll be paying maybe 8,000, 10,000. So people are almost working for their own transport. And on top of that, as if that is not enough, you come minus lunch. The work you are doing is a heavy one. People are digging here pit for all the different others are building for the croppers. This story building, the pit is so deep. And then you are doing heavy minus lunch. So this time around, the transport has succeeded and people have decided now to go for food, which is genuine and which is energy. And today, as in the 16th day, the people came and gathered around. They decided not to even enter in the fence. But later, after in our small discussion, we accepted to all go and present it in front of them there, where we do our assembly. So after entering, and then we raised this problem, and they have said nothing about it. Later, we decided to come out here. Everybody has agreed, not only me, I'm also representing them, and this is the one voice. So our message today is, and everybody's message is, if there is no food message clear, we have laid our tools down, and they have started even threatening word that whoever doesn't work today should give the time card and it will come for maybe the East payment. And I think none of us have so far done it. So we are a team, we are working as a team. There is no somebody who has been symbolized. The one who have come, who have not yet come, we are all together, we are a team. That's all I can say.
Lagu Titus Amoko, one of the workers, further highlighted the contents of the contract form, disagreeing that it's not the salary they had previously signed. He said that the contract stated to pay 10,000 Ugandan shillings per day, but at the end of the day, they have been paid 8,000 Ugandan shillings without lunch. Taban Peter Data, the resident district commissioner, cautioned the contractor to resolve the matter of non-payment and lack of lunch amicably with the workers. He also asked the contractor to observe labor law.
The one who was there, we have already finished 6 months. We are left with 1 year. So I want us to understand whether within this 1 year, shall we be able to finish it from what we have seen. The second issue is in this contract for safety, the person in charge of safety, we are supposed to have a first aid center for these workers where we have a nurse. I didn't see it on site. What is the problem? Issues of first aid, issues of safety. Second part of it is the vestments or the equipment or the materials that the workers should have in place. Take example, gumboots. Where they are working already, there is wet. It's wet. Gumboots should be the right shoes that they use. But I saw the shoes used at a station where we have names and so on. What is that? This is still under safety. Under safety again, food is part of safety, by the way. These people have been complaining they are working without food, which is very, very wrong. You can't work 8 hours in a day without food. In our NRM government, we have a prayer that you have to work at least for 4 hours before you eat. And if you don't eat, then if you don't want to work, then you don't need to eat. So people are working. What is the problem that we cannot provide them food?
Efforts to get comment from the foreman Chinese Communication Construction Company Limited was futile, as Vukereda Francis was denied to comment on the matter. This is not the first time the workers of China Communication Construction Company Limited are raising complaints concerning underrating their work. Mercy Draro, Onjima Allen, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
Continuing with the stories, now in Arua City, the hearing of the case in which the locals of Biatiti Village, Yati Paris, Ogoko Sub-County in Madokolo District declined to pave way for Justice Rosette Kampat Kanya to claim full authority over the land in the area. Seabought from Augustine Asia has been adjourned again. The hearing, which was supposed to take place on Friday, 18th of this particular month, 2024, has again been adjourned next year, thus in January 2025. Let's take a look at the story.
The hearing, unfortunately, could not take off today because the court has ordered us to go and redo this document, which we call joint scheduling memorandum, such that next time we come ready to start the hearing. So we were taught that the document was already on the court record, but only to discover it's not there on the court record. It could not also take off because Asia Augustine, from whom Justice Kampat Rosette Kanya got this land, he has also not appeared. So we believe the hearing will take place in the next hearing adjourned date, and we believe that justice will be done.
Moving forward, now into the world of sports, particularly in Arua City, Moon University has been crowned as the champions of Arua University Games. That's after finishing with 11 points. These games were played in round robin starting last week on Sunday and the climax yesterday. And also volleyball has gone into the hands of Moon University. Meanwhile, in the sector of netball, it has gone into the hands of the defending champions, that's Uganda Christian University. Let's first take a look at the details of how things transpired yesterday in the closing ceremony.
Moon University crowned as the overall champions of Greater Arua University Games. The one-week tournament commenced last week on Sunday, 13th of October 2024, and climaxed on Friday, 18th of October 2024 with awarding ceremony. Among other sporting disciplines, Moon also won volleyball gong, and netball gong has again gone into the hands of defending champions Uganda Christian University. The head coach Moon University, together with the team leaders, expressed their gratitude after emerging champions both in football and volleyball.
My name is Obati Kuron, coach of Moon University. I am really excited because of this win. I know it's a long plan. We've been preparing team both for Pepsi and this game. So this one we've taken it. So the next fight is actually, we are now focusing on what? On Pepsi University, National University League.
My name is Bob Penda. I'm the captain of Moon University. I'm really proud right now. It looked like a milestone, but we have made it. We have really worked hard for this. And we have achieved our goal. This is not the end. We're going to press on more. We have the FL to play on Tuesday. I urge everyone to come and watch. I give thanks to all the fans who turned up today.
My name is Anguro Hector Andrew, the Moon University team captain, volleyball team. We are actually so much delighted that we have come up to this victory. Anyway, it's like we expected it because we are defending the trophy for the second time. So we feel so proud, and the game was such enjoyable, though we faced challenges there and there, but we agree they can be bared. According to the session, game session was good. My team was so much composed, and I think we have delivered to our best.
Meanwhile, Ambar Sylvia, team captain Uganda Christian University, similarly expresses her gratitude after emerging as the champions, more so defending the gong in netball.
My name is Ambar Sylvia. I am the captain, UCU netball team, and of course we happen to be the champions of the 2024 Arua Inter-University Games. We are very happy about this win. We, as being the UCU netballers, we are the only Christians in Uganda, and we are very happy that we have won this title, and we are very privileged to be announced today as the champions of the 2024 Inter-University Arua Games.
Sandia Ronald, Arua City Sports Officer, congratulates the students for the high level of discipline exhibited. Moso says these games help the learners to showcase their talents.
In Uganda, the highest level of education is called university education. That is university level. And I want to say, members, you have really defended that name, university. Why I'm saying so is that the level of discipline for this tournament is so great. It is very important under Ministry of Education and Sports to showcase the talent of our students. I was eagerly waiting to hear that this university game will also be played here. Of course, we have also universities here. Yeah, matches we have national university game that is ongoing, but as a Arua City, we also felt that this game should be played to showcase the talent of our own students who are studying within the region here.
It was the 8th edition of the competition, in which all the universities in Greater Arua participated. In summary, Moon University are the champions, MUBS finished second, third position is occupied by Uganda Christian University, Bugemba University finished in the 4th position, second last is NILE University, and last position is taken by IUIU. Oraku Benson Pastore, West Nile Television, Nile Sports.
Still continuing with the sports, I can confirm to you tomorrow, still within West Nile region, particularly in Yumbe district, there is going to be a very big clash between Uganda Cranes up against West Nile region select, and this game will be taking place at Boma Ground in Yumbe. That is the latest update I can give you as far as the game between Uganda Cranes and West Nile select is concerned. I want to repeat it again. This game is going to be at Yumbe Boma Grounds. Let's continue with the stories now into the second tier of Ugandan football. That's Bet Power FIFA Big League. Match day 3 and match day 2 for some of the teams. They are set to bounce back tomorrow with around 5 games to be played. Midgo Calvary is set to entertain Buhimba at home. For Kataka, they will have a date with Boma. Tigers Homeboys, meanwhile, will lock horns with Busoga, and Gaddafi will say hi to Dasiti. The boys, in fact, they will travel away. For Onduparaka Football Club, they will be sitting here in Arua City at Ababet Greenlight Stadium as they welcome Maida as Malaba Youth Development Association. Now, the table standing has already started taking a step. Right now, the team which is leading the table is Boma. Boma, out of the 2 games they have played, they have 6 points. Second on the log is Karo Karunzi. They have played 3 games, they have 5 points. Meanwhile, Buimba, they have played 2 games and they have 4 points. Down in the relegation zone, I can confirm to you things are not going well for the teams in West Nile region. Calvary is sitting at number 12 with 1 point. Maida is at number 13 with 1 point. Onduparaka is sitting at number 14 with a point out of the 3 games they have so far played. Meanwhile, for Arua Hill Sports Club, they are the last team without a point. That means Onduparaka Football Club and Arua Hill Sports Club, the current pioneers of West Nile football, they are sitting second last as far as the table standing of Bet Power FIFA Big League is concerned. Let's now go to the first tier, that's Startimes Uganda Premier League. Over the weekdays, games were also played. Yesterday, URL lost into the hands of Bull by a goal to nil. It was the first win for Bull this season. Meanwhile, from Bara City, they were held into a 1-0 draw by Tsitara. Maroons lost into the hands of Neke away by 2 goals to 1. And then Sports Club Villa, after leading Soltino Bright Stars by 2 goals to nil, Soltino Bright Stars had to come from 2 goals down to see that they played 2-2 with the Sports Club Villa. And then on Thursday, Wakiso Giants lost into the hands of Vipers by 2 goals to nil. And then on 16th, Lugazi played 1-1 with Mbale Heroes, and also Express sharing the spoils with Police, which ended 2-2, and this game was also played on 16th of this particular month. Also, someone outside there may also want to know how the table standing is looking like for the teams in Startimes Uganda Premier League. On log is still the team in the names of NEC with 12 points. Vipers, they have occupied the second position with 10 points. Third on the log is Kasasiro Boys with 10 points, but they have played a game less. For Express, they are sitting at number 4 with 8 points. What about in the relegation zone? At number 14th is one of the newly promoted sides called Mbale Heroes with 4 points. At number 15th is Soltino Bright Stars with 3 points. And the last team on the log is Lugazi with only 2 points. Let's now get to the Africans' favorite league, that's the English Premier League. The early kickoff was actually between Spurs and the team of West Ham, whereby Spurs thrust aside West Ham by 4 goals to 1. And then after that, 5 p.m., we did see Manchester United, after a long period of time, picking their win over Brentford, coming from a goal down to see that they beat Bees by 2 goals to 1. Aston Villa still continuing with their brilliant run of form, edging out Fulham by 3 goals to 1. For Brighton and Hove Albion, they travelled away to Magpies at St. James Park, that's Newcastle. They did beat Newcastle by a goal to nil. For Leicester City, they edged out Southampton by 3 goals to 2. Southampton still looking for their first win of the season. For Everton, they managed to beat aside Ipswich Town by 2 goals to nil. They're just some few minutes away from now. That's when you will see Bournemouth maintaining Vitality Stadium as they lock horns with that's Arsenal. The biggest game after international break and also over the weekend is set to come tomorrow, with Chelsea set to visit Liverpool at Anfield, and this game will be at 6:30 East African time. Then before that, 4 p.m. shall see the clash between Wolves and the team of Manchester City at Molina Stadium. There are some fans who love watching other leagues in Europe so much. In Spanish La Liga, games we also played with Bilbao thrusting aside Espanyol by 4 goals to 1. Real Betis beating Osasuna by 2 goals to 1. Afterwards, Girona will take on that Real Sociedad. And the last game set to be played tonight is the clash between Real Madrid and the team of Celta Vigo. What about in German Bundesliga? Some of the key results here. Bayer Leverkusen came from a goal down to see that the swept aside Eintracht Frankfurt by 2-1. For Borussia Mönchengladbach, they managed to beat Heidenheim by 3-2. Meanwhile, for RB Leipzig, they were away to Mainz 05. They managed to beat Mainz 05 by 2-0. As I talk right now, just some few minutes away for the commencement of the game between Bayern and the team of Stuttgart. And lastly, in Italian Serie A, games were also played earlier on, with Fabregas' team Como playing 1-1 with Parma, and also Genoa sharing the spoils with Dasi Bologna, which ended 2-2. And the biggest encounter tonight shall see the clash between the Bianconeris, that's the old ladies, I'm talking about Juventus, as they are set to lock horns with Lazio Roma. I want to say, enjoy the weekend responsibly and enjoy the games, like the game between Liverpool and Chelsea. Who is going to win? You know it better. I'm out of the studio. Have the best of your moments. We'll link up again till on Monday.